You know, there's this thing called Schema Therapy. So when you were a little kid, somebody said, you're a smart kid, and you took that as your identity, and you did the things that you thought a smart kid would do, except not Jack. Jack was the bad kid, and he took that schema, and he did the things that he thought a bad kid could do. How do we identify or change our schema?
Well, I think the first thing you need to do when you're trying to find your identity, whatever that may mean to you, is find out who you want to be. Who do you want to be, right? And God made us all to do great things in the world. Unfortunately, a lot of us never find out what that is because we're kind of walking our own path. But I think if you really seek out God and seek out the purpose that He has for you, that's where you find your identity. So the question is, who do I want to be? And that's probably closer to your identity than who, Susie told you were in the third grade or something.
Hey, Susie didn't know you.
No, she didn't. Garbage.
And also, who you are and who you want to be is changing by the way that you learn, by the way that you grow and mature. And so I like to begin by asking the question of, who do you think that you are? And where did you come by that information? Because we interpret things in a funny, messed up way based on how we feel about it. But oftentimes, Jack, my feelings are dumb. What are the facts, and where does grace fall into that? And so who are you? Who do you want to be, and who does God say you are some big parts of your identity.
Yeah, and when you're looking at things you've done in the past, if you've stolen something, then you're technically a thief.
Criminal.
If you've lied, you're a liar.
Liar.
Right? If you've accidentally used God's name in vain, you're a blasphemer. And so you can look at those things and say, this is who I am. Now, if you want to say this is who I was until I'm changed by Christ, that's a different thing. But if you want to call yourself those things and continue to say those things to yourself, that's probably not the best thing to do. There's some, I probably might step on some toes here, but there's some good things about AA. But one of the things I disagree with is to stand up and say, I am an alcoholic. I'm not, I'm an overcomer. I used to be an alcoholic. And that's how I would say, when you're looking at your identity, don't call yourself things that you used to do. You can, it makes sense, but it's not how God wants us to see ourselves.
That's coming from the standpoint that you need to stay mindful, that you need to not lower your defenses, but nobody gets to give you an identity except for the one who gave you your identity. You can earn what you call yourself, and also God can tell you what you call yourself, but I wouldn't be taking just any identity. And we have a generation of people who are desperate for an identity. Yeah. What letter am I? What color am I? What
gender am I?
What faith? Yeah. What career? I mean, this isn't new to a generation with letters. This is like I see countless men whose entire identity was their job, and then they retire, and then who am I now? Or parents that my kids are gone now, who am I? Well, your identity is in process. That comes from God, that comes from work and time. And if you want to spend some time with some counselors that would love to help you make sure that you've got the identity that you want, that it's in alignment with your faith, well, give us a call.